Hello folks, welcome back to Motivated Investing. The Bitcoin community cheered Tesla 2.5% billionaire of Elon Musk's headfirst dive into crypto this year. Musk sent the Bitcoin price sharply higher when Tesla's surprise bet on Bitcoin was announced in February, but his outlandish Twitter 1.4% and growing support for Ethereum and the meme-based Dogecoin has since antagonized Bitcoiners. Now, Twitter chief executive Jack Dorsey, a long-term Bitcoin baker, has revealed it's only a matter of time before either Twitter or its fledgling decentralized social network project Blue Sky integrates Bitcoin payments and has replaced Elon Musk as Bitcoin's new billionaire champion. Only a matter of time, Dorsey, who also leads payments company Square, replied to a Bitcoin fan account on Twitter who asked him to build into Blue Sky or Twitter. Dorsey has been staunch Bitcoin advocate for years, but how it would be put into action on Twitter's platform had not yet been spelled out in detail. However, Dorsey has often publicly touted to cryptocurrencies, saying that it reminds him of the early days of internet and that there wasn't anything more important in his lifetime for him to work on. More recently, Dorsey launched a 23.6 million Bitcoin fund with Jay-Z and announced plans to lead his other company Square into the decentralized financial services market by way of Bitcoin. Square also this year acquired a majority stake in Jay-Z Tidal music service with an eye toward how blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies could change the music business. Today, Dorsey also dubbed Bitcoin one of three key trends for Twitter's future, along with AI and decentralization, the latter which Twitter is pursuing through its Blue Sky initiative. He touted Bitcoin to investors on Twitter's second quarter earnings call, saying it could help the company move faster in terms of its product expansions, while explaining that it was the best candidate to become the native currency of the internet. The Lightning Network allows Bitcoin to be sent via payment protocol built on top of Bitcoin blockchain and is designed to help the network scale, reduce fees, and speed up transactions. Interest in the Lightning Network has been given a boost this month by News El Salvador, will use to facilitate Bitcoin spending online and in person. Now, Bitcoin is its official currency along with the US dollar. Dorsey, who told a packed crowd at the Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami last week that if he were not a Square SQ 14% or Twitter, would be working on Bitcoin, has since been on the offensive for Bitcoin. If you believe Bitcoin doesn't ultimately shift power from banks and corporations back to the people globally, you're right. It's useless, Dorsey responded via Twitter, and influential US Senator Elizabeth Warren, who called for a crackdown on environmentally wasteful cryptocurrencies that use to solve useless complicated math problems. Dorsey, who has eschewed so-called altcoins like Ethereum and Musk's pet project Dogecoin in favor of Bitcoin, last year added some 8,000 Bitcoins at the time worth $170 million to Square's corporate treasury. Dorsey has repeatedly endorsed Bitcoin over recent years, going as far as to claim Bitcoin has the potential to become the world's sole currency by 2030 in a 2018 interview with the Times of London newspaper, and has assumed the role of Bitcoin's booster-in-chief that Tesla's Elon Musk has apparently abandoned. Musk appeared to further distance himself from Bitcoin after rolling back Tesla's Bitcoin support due to environmental concerns in May and posting a string of somewhat satirical Dogecoin memes. I pretty much agree with luck, Musk posted on Twitter, replying to a wide-ranging YouTube interview with the Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin by AI researcher and podcaster Lex Fridman. In the interview with Ethereum's de facto leader, Friedman asked whether it would be possible to upgrade Dogecoin to beat Bitcoin hands down, as Mush has previously suggested, with Buterin saying, if Doge wants to somehow bridge to Ethereum and then people can trade Doge thousands of times a second, that would be amazing. I think Bitcoin is the best bet because it's been the most resilient. It's around for 10 years. It has a great brand and it's been tested a bunch, Dorsey said. As I look at all cryptocurrencies that could fill the role of being the native currency for the internet, Bitcoin is a pretty high possibility. Dorsey Square revealed last month is generated $125 million in Bitcoin revenue in the second quarter of 2019. Through mining, Bitcoin investors can begin to understand the process firsthand beyond just buying the digital coin. It's possible to earn more money as well since the price of Bitcoin today is on the higher end in comparison with other cryptocurrencies, even though investors can buy financial shares called satoshis. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe and let us know. What do you think about it? Comment down below. This isn't a surprising move for Dorsey, who has both personally and professionally supported Bitcoin many times in the past. During the B-Word conference, an event hosted by the Crypto Council for Innovation in July, Dorsey entered his passion for Bitcoin and said that he hopes it brings world peace. And at the Bitcoin 2021 conference in June, Dorsey explained that he sees Bitcoin as a way to protect against currency devaluation and expedite transfers of funds across border lines. We love you, Bitcoin, Dorsey told investors at the time. Meanwhile, Dorsey said he would not be supporting Twitter rival Facebook's Libra cryptocurrency, which Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg wants to launch sometime next year, if he can get global regulators on board. Open internet standards serve every person better than one's control for started by companies, Dorsey told the Sydney Morning Herald, adding Twitter has no plans for a similar dedicated digital token. Facebook, which has recruited some 27 partners around the world, including ride-hailing app Uber and payments giant MasterCard, is working to win over regulators and the traditional financial industry to launch its Libra digital currency. Facebook claims Libra will lower cost and expand access to banking services in the developing world. If the internet has a native currency, a global currency, we are able to move so much faster with products such as superfollows, commerce, subscriptions, TIP, JAR, and we can reach every single person on the planet because that. Instead of going down a market by market approach, Dorsey explained, I think this is a big part of our future. I think there is a lot of innovation above just currency to be had, especially as we think about decentralizing social media more and providing more economic incentive. So I think it's hugely important to Twitter and to Twitter shareholders that we continue to look at the space and invest aggressively in it. He added, a Twitter rep confirmed this is the first time that Dorsey has spoken publicly about how Twitter could integrate Bitcoin into its product lineup. Dorsey also pointed out Twitter would not be alone in pursuing a crypto strategy, noting that Facebook was backing the digital currency DM. There's an obvious need for this and appreciation for it, and I think that an open standard that's native to the internet is the right way to go, which is why I focus on Bitcoin, he noted. Overall, Twitter delivered strong earnings in a pandemic rebound, which saw the company posting its fastest revenue growth since 2014, according to CNBC, which drove Twitter shares 9% higher in extended trading. The company pulled in Q2 revenue of $1.19 billion versus the $1.7 billion Wall Street expected a majority from its advertising business. It also saw earnings per share of 20 cents versus the 7 cents expected. However, monetizable daily active users, Twitter's own invented metric meant to fluff up often flat monthly user growth, were only at 206 million, an 11% year-over-year increase, while analysts were counting on 206.2 million. The company blamed the decline on a slower news cycle and of a shelter in place in many US communities, which may have impacted Twitter usage during the quarter. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.